Hello everyone, Happy New Year. I find that January is a beautiful time for us to really start a fresh process of creation, as well as the internalizing that winter brings for many of us. So a lot of us are starting resolutions or setting goals and intentions for 2015 in the month of January. And I was really drawn to a lot of the requests that you all have been sending me. And I've had quite a few requests for more videos based on solitary readers. So people who are using tarot and oracle cards just for themselves, with the intention and the focus not being on reading for other people or learning the meanings of the cards and coming up with a system in order to read cards for others, but instead more of an internally focused practice with the cards, really incorporating them into your spiritual journey. And I've found for myself, I think especially over 2014, just the different things that I've experienced and that I've seen people in the online community experience, but also in my physical community experience. This really is a time for us to be looking within, journeying within, learning within, and healing within. It's really time for us to start addressing these things and looking at these things so that we can shift our experience. And we can experience a new world, for lack of a better term, and a deepening of our spiritual path that is deeply fulfilling for us. And so my intention for the channel in 2015, for this channel in 2015, is to really shift a focus on the spiritual path and using the cards to enhance our spiritual growth and our understanding of our own authentic self at a deeper, more meaningful level. So don't worry, if you love the deck reviews on this channel, I will keep doing deck reviews. But I'm very excited that the intention and the focus this year for 2015 is really going to be more of a spiritually based focus for this channel, for my work as a healer, but also for me, myself as a person as well. This is really going to be a year that's focused on spiritual expansion, spiritual understanding, and spiritual growth. And I have found, especially over the last year, that cards are an integral and beautiful part of that process. And so, especially for the month of January, I'm going to be presenting videos, journaling techniques, and different exercises for us to do that's really going to encourage our own spiritual awareness through the use of the cards. So I'm not calling this a monthly deck challenge as I typically have done in the past, which has been great fun, and so many of you participate, and it's a personal working, but it's also a community working as well. For the month of January, this is going to be Solitary Tarot, Solitary Oracle Challenge. So it's not really a challenge, but that's the title at this point in time. It's the 30th of December right now. So we'll see if the title changes by the time January 1st arrives. But we're going to start this in-depth working with a deck of our own personal choice, starting January 1st. And you don't need a lot to participate this month in the videos that I'm going to be uploading. All that you'll need is your deck of choice. And I would really encourage you to allow this to be a deck that you are very drawn to and that you experience a lot of love and healing from in working with this deck. So it can be a tarot deck, like for instance the Japri Tarot. It can be an oracle deck, such as the Sacred Rebels Oracle, or the Isis Oracle, or the Journey of Love Oracle. If you're choosing to work with tarot, something really beautiful that speaks to you. So perhaps it's the Japri Tarot, maybe it's the Chikoli or Sakoli Tarot, perhaps it's the Tarot of the Vampires. But I would encourage you to allow this to be a deck that you're very drawn to. You don't have to have worked with it for years. It could be a new deck for you. But allow it to be something that you really feel that you align with energetically and vibrationally. A deck that you really have a depth of feeling for, and that you are going to want to spend a lot of time with, because the purpose of this challenge, for lack of a better word, for the month of January is going to be really getting comfortable getting to know a deck at a very deep level and experiencing how that can be a part of our spiritual journey in a deeply healing way, and also experiencing a very deep connection to our intuition through our workings with the tarot or oracle deck that we choose to work with. So I would encourage you tomorrow to, if you choose to join in this challenge, to choose a deck that feels really good for you to work with for an entire month, to really be spending a lot of time with for an entire month, and also to choose a journal to work with for this experience as well. So you might choose to start writing in a journal that you already have pre-existing, and that this is going to be part of your daily entry with your journal, or you might end up choosing to instead create a journal specifically designed just for this challenge of solitary tarot, solitary oracle. And that's really focused on the different activities and exercises that we'll be doing with the deck. So I'm going to, for every week, have a video for each week with some encouragement for you, some ideas of things to do to get to know your deck at a deeper level and to experience working with the deck on a spiritual level. And so the journal will be part of that, because you will be journaling things like your daily draws, any type of path working or guided meditations that we choose to do with our cards, any type of spreads that we choose to create and really focus on that's inwardly focused for ourselves. So your journal is going to be an integral part of that process. If you don't like to write things down, then go ahead and record it on some type of, whatever type of device you choose to use. Record yourself speaking about the experience. I find that whether we choose to write or to record ourselves speaking, capturing the experience for ourselves in this way is very beneficial in our physical realm. It adds importance to the work that we're doing, and it's also something that's beautiful to look back on and see, where has the growth been? What was that experience like? What were the beneficial parts of that experience? What do we want to keep bringing forward for ourselves? What do we want to let go of? Much like we've all been doing in the month of December of 2014, really taking a look back. And I think that recording our processes through things like this is so beneficial for that. And it means a lot to be able to really look back and have those writings or those recordings for us to look at. So that's all that you're going to really need for this process. If you want to bring stones into your meditations and workings, then feel free to collect some stones for this purpose. Maybe you want to create an altar that's just focused on this deck and the workings that you'll be doing with it for the month of January. But I'm really, really excited about this challenge that we're all going to be undertaking together. I'm going to be doing it as well, so I won't just be talking about it. I'm actually going to be personally doing this myself as well. And my deck of choice for the challenge this month is going to be the Sacred Rebels deck by Alana Fairchild. This is a deck that is deeply spiritual to me and has really impacted me over the last few months that I've worked with it. And it's a deck that I'm very, very excited to come to a new level of working with. So I will be doing this along with you, and I might do some little videos about my experiences as well if time permits, and if that's something that you all would be interested in. But the month of January on this channel is really going to be focused on solitary work with the cards, with the purpose, the focus, and the intention of spiritual growth occurring from our workings with the cards themselves. So I hope that you all join me on this journey, and that this can really be a chance to deepen our work with the cards, whether we just read for ourselves or if we do read for other people as part of our healing practice. Anytime that we can take it to a deeper level and to a more internal level, we're then able to shift our experience and help others through their healing process as well, if we do choose to read for others. So all of the spreads that we do, all of the workings that we do are going to be focused on ourselves and our own journey. We're not really going to be able to ignore our own issues this month. This is really going to be about taking a deep look at what's hiding underneath and really lovingly bringing it to light so that we can release it and experience an authentic version of ourselves and a reality that accompanies that, and that encourages ourselves in expressing ourselves authentically. So that wasn't said in the most beautiful way, but hopefully that's giving you a clear understanding of what the intention is for Solitary Tarot Solitary Oracle Challenge, January of 2015. I look forward to hearing what decks you're going to use for the challenge, so feel free to let me know by messaging me either on Facebook or posting a comment below this video. I will be very excited to see what decks all of you are choosing to work with. And I will say as well that the exercises that we do this month won't be excluding our guidebooks. I know a lot of times I do tell you all to put the guidebook away. But this month, because so much of the experience is going to be focused on our feelings, our emotions, our intuition, and our day-to-day experiences, the guidebook can be an integral part to that experience for us. So you're definitely welcomed to use your guidebook as well as your intuition in any of the exercises or journal work that we do throughout the month of January. And I would encourage you to choose a deck that has a really great guidebook, or if it's a tarot deck, have a really great tarot workbook that you can use along with it. So maybe it's Tarot 101 or the Psychic Tarot Handbook. But really explore a guidebook that's going to support, encourage, and assist you through deepening your practice with the cards. So many blessings to you all. I look forward to starting this challenge with you on January 1st, and I will see you in the next video.